National Assembly leadership has chided the Tanga faction following the huge win in the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020, which was on Thursday night passed by 225 yes votes against 63 no votes. Addressing the media at Parliament buildings, the MPs say the win signifies the win in the upcoming referendum and the 2022 general elections. Nonetheless, DP Ruto allied members say they are firmly behind him despite voting otherwise on the bill. Take a look.
Yesterday was the death of tanga in this country. We are just waiting for the burial date, which is 2022. On 9th of August 2022 is the burial date. But the death was announced last night in the most sacred place, the August House of the Republic of Kenya, is where we announced the death of Tanga as it was known.
It's National Assembly's Minority Whip Junet Mohammed chiding the Tanga faction, which according to him, it's dead and awaiting burial in 2022. On Thursday, 224 members of parliament passed the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020 against 63 members who voted against the bill. National Assembly Majority Leader Amos Kimunya says they are expecting the Senate to take the same path next week.
Then the Senate will do their bit and they'll transmit. What we expect is IEBC to give us a date within 90 days to have a referendum, because the import of Article 257, if you remember, people fought, people died clamoring for a change of constitution.
Of course, during negotiation is give and take. No Kenyan has lost anything in this referendum. You might have lost one piece, but gained the other. Therefore, you compound together, every Kenyan has gained from this referendum.
Despite the Tanga faction claiming to have numbers in the bicameral parliament, this, according to the BBI proponents, is just a fallacy. Yesterday, some of the DP Ruto's allies voted for the bill.
It has demystified many myths that have been going on in this country, which was we have the numbers. Yesterday, people have realized they don't have numbers. They only have maybe telephone numbers of their supporters. Because look at the numbers. 2/3. I remember when Prime Minister Raila Odinga and President Kibaki wanted to remove people from the ICC, they couldn't get 2/3 here.
You know, we have the numbers. In fact, what we have finally realized is that they have the phone numbers. It is not the actual numbers. It is actually, I think, the phone numbers that they have of all members of parliament. But in terms of the actual voting, all Kenyans have seen.
But what really pushed DP Ruto's allies to change their tune over the BBI bill despite of being against it for the longest time?
People are saying some of them I could have not gone no. I'm the side of the Deputy President. I'm his supporter. I'm his big supporter. But who have ever heard the DP saying no?
Which, as a hustler, my prayer is to avoid a referendum, to avoid them versus us, to avoid a no-yes campaign in the referendum that will divide Kenyans in the middle, like what we saw in 2005. We don't want that.
More questions are rising on Deputy President's true numbers and support in the bicameral parliament and Mount Kenya region, where he was believed to have made political inroads.
That a constitution is a living organ, is a living document. It continuously turns from good to better to best as we go to the future. So zile vitu ambazo hazimo, there will always be an opportunity to include them at a later stage.
Hivyo stages zote zimepita, sasa tumeingia kwa stage ambayo itakuja kwa mwananchi. Viongozi wenu kwa bunge wamemwonyesha mwelekeo kwa vile wamepiga kura. Sasa mpira utarudi kwetu kule mashinani. Tujitahidi tutekeleze safari hii ikwishe vizuri.
It is now a game of numbers with which political factions should marshal up supporters to rally behind the cause. On whether this will replicate in the Senate next week is a matter of wait and see. Elizabeth Mutuku, TV 47 Pal Buildings, Nairobi.